Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Thank you so much for the beautiful comments. Thank you so much for just just subscribing to this channel. I do not take it for granted, and I hope you've been learning a lot from our previous from. I hope you've been learning a lot from the previous podcast, and the last the last podcast that I posted was all about, I was calling you out and reminding you of how powerful you are, how powerful your subconscious is. So today's topic is just about to encourage you, to inspire you that you are not doing anything wrong. You are not doing anything wrong. I don't know where you are on your journey. You might be starting, you might be in the process of learning and relearning. You might be a master. I don't know where you are, but you are on the right track. And when you're manifesting, sometimes it might feel that whatever you want is not coming, or you constantly obsessing about it, you constantly overthinking about it. Do not worry, we all started from somewhere. Because I remember, even for me, when I used to get triggered, it would go even for a month, 2 months. I'm just marinating on the same circumstance over and over again. And I wasn't getting out of it. And you know what used to happen? My 3D was even getting worse. I think this is one of the things that other coaches do not tell you, or teachers do not tell you. But we all started somewhere. Everyone has their own journey. We all started somewhere. But the more you learn about it, the more you get to be better. The more you practice, the more you discover, oh, this way works for me, this one does not. So do not beat yourself up just because you are reacting to your 3D circumstance. It's okay. You'll find your bearing. And the most beautiful thing about our subconscious mind, it always gives us the leeway, or the right direction, or the right information that will help us to stay ahead. It might be through your intuition, it might be something that you've just seen, or just something that pops. But there's always a way that finds you to get to just help you learn. Sometimes, even as much as I've been on this journey, I would go back to Neville and just learn something that I thought I knew, but now I'll see it in a very different way. Sometimes I'll go through different teachers on YouTube and I'll find, oh, I didn't implement this, and then when I do it, it becomes easier. Right now I might react to my 3D, not even I do react to my 3D, that one I won't lie. But I've always found better ways to soothe myself, better ways to find my bearing back to what I want. And my 3D always changes in an instant. That one I won't lie, it always changes in an instant. And what I mean by changing in an instant, it might not be about the manifestation itself, but I'm talking about the instance, about how you feel. You know, sometimes you might see a trigger, and then it makes your body just feel some type of way. But once you go through that trigger and embrace it and find a way to soothe yourself, there's a way you just feel better within you. Yeah. And when you find your routine just within you, now the 3D has no option but to reflect back to how you feel. And you can't get your manifestation if you're constantly thinking negative about it, because I've told you now and again that your thoughts are like snowballs. So the more you keep on thinking negative thoughts, the more they snowball, right? So it will reach a point that you can't control the snowball and you'll end up crashing. So what do? Make sure you do not create a snowball. Before it gets bigger, snap out of it. And the more you do it, the more you learn how to snap out of it. So, this is just an encouragement that wherever you are in your journey, do not feel bad. Just continue doing it. And whatever you're seeing on your 3D is something that you had manifested prior, your old self. So, it will just go away on its own. But just continue, persist, just persist and persist and persist. No matter what you see, just go back within yourself. Just go back within yourself. Just go back. Keep on going back. Even if you react, it's okay to react, but make sure you do not stay on that state. Keep on going back. Encouraging yourself that I always get what I want. Find an affirmation that keeps you going back. Because the more you do it, the more now it becomes an assumption to you. And now that's when you get now your 3D. You get your manifestation, sorry. But do not give up no matter where you are on your journey. And if you are a beginner, it is okay. Even when I got awake and I didn't even understand a thing. I remember even being afraid because I remember being the first video I saw was about law of attraction. I was even scared to even start. Like, how do I even attract this thing? Because I do not even understand a thing. And then slowly, law of assumption. So I remember I started with simple affirmation, like I am happy. And I remember I would go for 3 days and I feel so weird. Like, why am I still feeling okay? Because I was used to having so much pain. I was used to having my world just being chaos. But now you're saying I'm happy and your world is just beautiful, and that's how we sometimes we get that's how we are programmed just to experience pain. So the more you experience good stuff, you're like, how, this is not me, this is not normal. So it will be the same way when you're starting to manifest. Some things might not feel real. Some things might not feel like you're getting there. You feel like you're stuck. And that's when revision comes in. I'll create another podcast for revision. That's when revision now comes in. That's when you change your affirmations. I've posted something to do with changing your affirmations. That's when it comes in. Because we need to rewire our subconscious over and over and over again until you get the perfect thing that you want. And the most beautiful thing, once you know the law of assumption, there's nothing you cannot achieve. There's nothing you cannot get in this world. And I always say it's a blessing that you got awake. And I know sometimes it gets rough, especially when you're starting and you're having the dark night of the soul. Not knowing that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Do not give up. Just make sure you do not marinate in that circumstance, or do not start feeling like a victim. Do not play a victim mentality while you are at your, what you call, while you're at your 3D triggers when they come into you. All right. So this is just to encourage you, no matter where you are on your journey, you are doing perfectly okay. Do not compare yourself with anyone else's journey. Everyone else's journey is different. So whatever works for you, pick it up. Whichever teacher works for you, pick that teacher up. Go with that teacher. If you feel that other teacher is encouraging, and do not even dwell on one teacher, have multiple so that they can help you understand better, because this teacher will give you a different perspective, this coach will give you a different perspective. So for me, I tend to mix, because everyone has their own unique way that will help me transform my journey, right? So if this one was helpful, if this podcast was helpful to you, or if this information was very helpful to you, kindly like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to share it with a friend, because we need to let people know how to manifest. We need to encourage each other. And if you have any questions, kindly comment down below. I really want us to grow as a community. And if you've managed to get out of your triggers, how did you do it? I know a brother or a sister will be helped out there. And let's keep on pushing. Do not give up, because what was the essence of you just starting to manifest and then you give up on the way? It doesn't make sense. So just push, 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 persist, 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 persist until you get your full, full manifestation. Do not accept breadcrumbs. And with that, I'm out. So I'll see you in the next podcast. Bye bye.